Hey guys, Samantha here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, I am talking from inside of my kitchen because once I walk out that door, it is so noisy. You have people cutting grass, people trimming, there's trucks passing up and down, there's kids playing outside, the dogs are barking. It is extremely noisy outside. And I don't think these microphones are going to shut out the noise as much as I want it to be shut out. Now, if I can still speak, I will. But if I can't, I will just plant and put the name of what I'm planting on the screen. And just to let you know, I just said it, I'm going to be doing a lot of planting today. I'm trying to get the front yard buttoned up because it's the Easter weekend and I want the front yard to look as beautiful as it should. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of planting. Again, if I can't say the name of the plants or so, I'm going to put it on the screen. Otherwise, I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be doing. But I'm trying to get it out of the way right now, just in case I cannot talk to you. Okay? But I am going to be working. And I'm going to be working as fast as I can. All right? It's Friday afternoon. I want to get all this done before the sun goes down. And I have events that I'm going to do my little celebrating too. So I want to get this done today. Okay. Today. I want to get this done today. All right. So right now I'm going to go out there and get right into it. And I'm going to take you guys along with me. So let's go. Okay. So it seems like the noise calmed down a little bit once I got outside. And I want to show you guys this really quickly. Now, in a few weeks, or in a few days, I'm going to work on this area because we got to get it nicely trimmed, clean up under here, and lift the blocks up just a little bit. Oh, I can still hear the alarm on the dogs going. But anyway. So I started out here. I started around the front because this goes around the front, and I started elevating the bricks and cleaning it up because I want it to look really clean once the front is buttoned up. And as you can see, it's elevated and it looks way better. You can see a big difference between here and this corner right here. You can see this is buried in the soil and these are elevated nicely. And this is how, just the way this is, I'm going to continue all around here. Now, again, I have to still trim these up, but I'm not worried about that right now. This is going to be done like literally after Easter. But down here is where I'm going to be working on. And I know when we're ready to trim this area, we're going to have to put down like a cloth or something. Okay. But in this area here, I got my arborvitae staked and pulled back because it was falling over this way. I show you guys that in my last video. And I never got a chance to do anything over here except the blocks. And I did the blocks off camera. So I got it done. It's nicely settled in. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some more plants in here. Now, first of all, if I can get through this without hearing the dogs bark, there's a lemony lace elderberry back here. And I transplanted from over here. But it seemed like it's coming up from the bottom. And I'm not sure if I like that because the top died. And I'm not sure if I want that little piece right there to be, at the bottom here. So I may just put something else in here, remove the elderberry and maybe tuck it in somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to figure it out as I go. Now, there's plants coming up all the way back here. I never could remember the name of this plant back here. I keep assuming what it is, but it's not. And every year it dies back, but then it comes up with full beautiful blooms. And it looks really nice. So I don't know if I want to move it or if I want to keep it there. It's been there for years. It's been there ever before I moved into this house. So, it just looks pretty, and I don't know if I want to move it. So I'll figure that part out too. maybe at a later date, not right now. The elderberry over here, I want to cut it, not cut the whole plant, but just cut like the dead branches off of it so that it could continue to thrive really, really nicely. I have a lily that comes up in this corner right here. And if I can find it, I would like to dig it out because I really don't want this space to be empty like this during the spring and winter and stuff. Like I would love, in fact, to put something else in this corner versus having this space so empty. Now, this is part of it, but the other section come up right here. And so maybe I could dig around it and see if I could find the bulbs to transplant it. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to give it a try today and see if I can get that done. This plant here is an azalea. Now, this azalea I planted, I think, last year, but I got it since the year before. It's been struggling ever since. It's been struggling in this corner, and I don't want to keep it here. Like, I don't want to keep it in the front yard if it's struggling. So I think it have a few new leaves, but part of it is dead. I think I want to dig it up and put another plant in here. And I think when I dig it up, maybe I could dig it up and put it in the back somewhere. But once I dig it up, I'm gonna have to find a space to plant it. So that and the lilies, I think I'm gonna plant it in the back. And the elderberry, I may want to dig up that elderberry as well. I'm not 100% sure yet, but whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna get it done now. Okay, and then I'm gonna get the irrigation kind of stake in here properly so that everything is being watered as it should, you know. But anyway, there's a lot of pollinators in this bed, and sometimes the pollinator really scares me because it's bees, it's bumblebees, it's the little marbuntas, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see, and hopefully I don't get bitten by anything. So I'm gonna get into this now. Whatever plant I put in these areas, I'm gonna put the name of the plant on the screen, and maybe another day we can go over that or go over it so you guys know, the little specs about the plant. Or I can also put that on the screen. But to stop and talk, you can hear the dogs barking, you can hear people out here lawn mowing. It's just like going and going and going. And I know I said I wouldn't have talked, but I knew that I had to discuss some part of this to let you guys know what I'm doing, because otherwise that would be too much information on the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna get into it now. I'm gonna put the camera down and just start planting. All right. Hit that bass line nice and slow. Talk back singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm trees swaying, do you feel that breeze? Rolling down the boulevard, feeling at ease. Cruising, grooving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Catch the vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. I know you guys can still hear all the cutting that is going on. Sorry about that. So this is all the bulbs that I just take out of there. Look how huge these bulbs are. Now this is the lily, cal lily. It blooms, I think, yellow and white, and it was very, very big in that corner. So I took that out. I think I managed to get all the bulbs, at least I hope so. And now I'm going to put in that corner, I'm going to put an azalea. Now the azalea is sun to shade. So morning sun, 3 to 4 hours to shade. So in this corner here, literally gets about 4 to 5 hours of sun, which is really, really good. especially for the azalea. Now this azalea is absolutely beautiful. It's gonna bloom pink, of course. My knockout roses are pink, but I feel like because that's on the other side and this is gonna be on the next side, I feel that's gonna be okay and it's gonna look beautiful. And during the time that this is gonna be blooming during the spring, the knockout roses are not going to be blooming, but it's nice that I have pink on one side and it kind of mimic over on the other side. Okay, so this anchor azalea is going to bloom, let's see, spring, summer, and fall, which is what's written in the bottom here. And then when I turn it over, it's hardiness to zone 6A through 10. Woo! Average height is 4.5 foot tall, or 4 to 5 foot tall, times 4 foot wide. Now it's gonna have more than enough space to develop and look absolutely gorgeous in the space. Now it needs sun to shade, so it's basically gonna get about 3 to 4 hours of sun, and then the rest of the day it's gonna be in the shade. Okay, so this area that I'm putting it in is gonna be absolutely perfect for this azalea. So I'm gonna plant it there and then we're gonna continue.
Bumps as the sun says goodbye. Now throw your hands up if you feel this breeze. Come on, West Coast vibing got you weak in the knee. Low riders bouncing with the funk turned under neon skies. Cruising, on that West Coast ride. Barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Let me hear you catch your vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. Full moon shining, streets come alive. Candy paint gleaming, yeah, we thrive. Oh yeah, boombox bumping, let the good times roll. Funk so strong, it's seeping in your soul.
Now I think I put it too much in the corner, so I'm gonna shift it and bring it back a little bit more this way. So I'm gonna pull it out and kind of put it behind like the hydrangea area instead of closer to the elderberry.
Full moon shining, streets come alive. Candy paint gleaming, yeah, we thrive. Boombox pumping, let the good times roll.
Okay, so I think shifting it out here looks a whole lot better. However, it's closer to the spirea, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. At least I'm hoping so. Okay, so now that that's done, I do have this other azalea here that is struggling. So I'm gonna take this out and put this beauty right here. This one is a dappled yellow willow. Dappled willow. It's gonna get 4 to 6 tall and 4 to 6 wide. It's a zone, I think it's a zone 4, because it says none zone in 1 to 3. So obviously, I guess from 4, that's very, very cold. Anyway, any more information about this plant, I'm going to put it on the screen. But right now, we're going to plant it here. At least I know it's really good for my zone. It's a spring bloomer. It gives you these beautiful white blooms. Look at that. So, so pretty. But other than that, it has beautiful foliage. And I'm going to put it in this area just to kind of brighten this area. So I have like the reds and the pink and a lot of yellow in this space. So giving it some more color will make it look even more prettier. Look at that. Ever since I planted this, the root didn't even root in or anything. I don't know what's going on with the azaleas. Maybe it's not that great for my area, but I am going to give that one a chance and see what happens. Now, if that one does not thrive, then I'm definitely not going to plant azalea in this space because that means it's not doing so well in my area. But we'll see, because they always bring a lot of azaleas. And if they're not doing well in the area, they're not really going to bring it. At least so I think. So look how easily this came out. But anyway, we'll give everything a chance until it proves us wrong. Like, I didn't have to break up the root ball for the azalea. It was pretty much good. It wasn't rooted in or anything. So we're going to fix this one. We're going to give us its best side, which is like this, because then you're going to see it from all angles. Let's see. Yes. Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty. Look at that. Pretty. Okay, so now that that's finished, it look really, really nice. I love the colors that is going in this space. I do have to get my clippers, and just clip the dead from the lemony lace elderberry. And I forgot what this plant is, but it's coming back up, which is really nice. And I know once I mulch, it's gonna give it that mulch and fertilize. It's gonna come up back perfectly. Like, all in here is filling up, and it's doing really, really good. Now, I do have some salvia. This is the Dempson Rose salvia, and it's a beautiful purple. So with that azalea blooming pink, the white on this, I want to put the salvia just around here, which is going to kind of like pack it in. And I know, although this is going to grow, it's not going to get 4 foot tall in one season. So I want to tuck the salvia right in front here to kind of fill it in. Because what I notice is once everything is filled in, it looks beautiful. And it looks beautiful during the spring. But once the summer start to come around, it start to look airy. And I don't want it to look airy. I want it to look extremely full. So I'm going to tuck the salvias right in front here. And salvia, I love salvia. I have salvia in so many areas, but they're different kinds. They look so pretty. And even if they don't get water for a day, they don't shrivel up. Okay, so that's how I'm going to put the salvia right in front there. Now, salvia is one of those plants that you don't have to water every single day, which is really, really good, because I don't want to put too many plants that you have to, if they don't get some water, they just shrivel up and die, you know. That is beautiful. Oh yeah, baby. That is so good. That looks so pretty, y'all. So pretty. Whew. Oh my goodness. Look, when I step back to this area, we have the ornamental onion over there, and then the salvia is here. This is gonna look so pretty. So pretty. And then of course, when you mulch these beds, it look even better. Now I am gonna trim these up, and I'm thinking that I want to put something else behind there, but for right now I'm gonna just trim it up. And I might tuck some of the bulbs that I took out. I might tuck some of them right here. Let me see when I'm done.
lights blink, they got secrets to spill. Painted asphalt whispers a soulful chill. Clouds pass slow like memories that fade. Walking through the midnight, chasing dreams we made. Echo of your laugh, now a ghost in the shade. Every step a crack where the smile decayed. Voices in my head softly hum your tune. Dancing with the shadows under a silver moon.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this the way it is. I feel like I'm gonna want to put a different plant, maybe something else on the end here, but I'm not sure yet. But I'd rather leave it empty than trying to put something there now, and then I'm gonna remove it anyway. Now I do have I think it's a red wine white Gila on this end, and this, when once this fill in, it's gonna start blooming. It have a lot of buds on it already, looking really nice, and that's gonna fill in and kind of fall down here, like really cover in this spot right here. Guys, the pollinators. Whew. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I do want to still put something on the side here, but I don't know yet. So I'm gonna mulch this area, and I guess once the holiday passes, and I start trying to figure out what I want to put here, we're going to revisit this section. But for right now, I'm going to just mulch it so I can button it up and make it look much, much prettier. I think I'm going to do that off camera because it's very windy and it keeps knocking down my camera. So I want to finish this area. Once I finish, I can clean up this mess here and then move on to something else. But I want to get this section finished. Okay, so I've done a little bit more than I thought I wanted to do. So this is what I did. So in this area, I didn't mulch it yet. I do have to fertilize before I mulch, but I wanted to fix the irrigation in this area, or to make sure everything is going to get saturated. And, you know, there's a spot, like there's a part of the irrigation at every single plant. And I did that. I fixed it in between. You can see it's run up and down, and all I had to do is pull it in the areas and tuck it in really, really good to make sure every plant is gonna get efficient water. And that's what I did. Now the one thing is I had to run a piece from over here. Now I'm probably gonna let my husband do it, but we're gonna have to dig a trench and kind of bury this just a little bit, not too far, just a little trench, just to kind of push it down some so you don't see it on top like this, because over in the center stage does not have irrigation. And I do want like the boxwood and these forgot what you call them, purple. Okay, I'm going to put the name on the screen, but I do want these plants to get water. It's not so about the roses, because the roses thrive no matter what, whether they're getting water or not. But I have boxwood in front of the roses and then on the side, and I do want them to get some water versus me coming out with my hand. It looks like I'm going to be watering a lot with my hand, but I rather not have to do that and just get it run on irrigation. Now I can take care of the front with the irrigation, and then later on I could do the back area. But for the front in general, I needed to have sufficient water to take care of all these plants. So what I'm going to do now, since I finished doing the irrigation, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize. I can't video it because every time I put the camera up, the wind is so heavy, it's knocking it down. So that's the reason why I keep talking to you guys after fact, after I get everything done, because the camera keeps falling down and there's no way that I could keep stopping and trying to put it up, because I won't get much done if I have to keep stopping. So that's the reason, just in case. So now what I'm going to do is fertilize. I'm going to try to stand the camera up again so I can fertilize and start my mulching. See if I can prop it from a distance and see what happens. I'm fertilizing now. I'm going to try to hit every plant with this fertilizer because even the new plants that I put in the ground, I did not fertilize them. So, and I'm using Hollytone for every plant in here. There's some of the plants I really don't have. The camera went down again with the winds. So what I'm going to do is just fertilize. Well, actually, I just finished fertilizing. I just put my fertilizer in every spot. You can see how nice and white it is. And the camera is shaking because the wind is so strong. So what I'm going to do now is just mulch the area and then we'll come back. Okay, so the sun is going down on me, so it's getting a little later, and I'm glad that I'm finished this area. It's nicely buttoned up, fertilized, mulch, and the plants that I needed to put in here is in here and looking absolutely gorgeous. Back up. Doesn't that look awesome? Yes. Fully buttoned up. I do need something for the side here to put something else. It have the sedum is in this corner. I have sedum right here, but that sedum is not going to be enough to kind of fill in this spot. So I either got to find some more sedum or maybe like some elephant ear, something else to just put in this corner here. But when all these plants fill in, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. The one thing I'm a little worried about, I have a Rosa Sharon back here. And I mean, some of the leaves, it looks like it's got, I don't know if it's winter burn or if, I don't know what's going on with it. Or maybe it needed water, I don't know. But there's some beautiful leaves and then some dead leaves. Not sure, but I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. Just in case I have to move it from here. But this corner is going to look so good. See, I have to remember the name of this plant and I'm going to put it on the screen. But, yep. Looking good over here. So I do have to find a corner to tuck these bulbs in because I don't want to leave it in the container until tomorrow. But then again, I don't know where to put them. I'm going to see if I find somewhere to tuck some of them in so that they're back into the ground off camera. But I want to go in the back and get my vegetable garden watered in, and then I can continue tomorrow because the sun is going down on me and I want to get it before it's actually dark.